brand new and explosive reporting reveals a litany of controversies and scandals and deeply troubling incidents.
Really, are you surprised that Trump's cabinet looks like a highlight reel from America's Most Wanted?
Welcome this week. America's Most Wanted searches for a malignant sociopath.
Okay, it might be funny if it weren't true. By now, I'm sure you know the story of junior high Matt Gaetz and the charges surrounding Elon and RFK Jr.
She was a babysitter for him in 1999, 1998. And he made some advances on her, unwanted advances on her, groped her, she says.
But Pete Hegseth, Trump's nominee to head the Department of Defense, has everyone freaking out, understandably, except maybe Tulsi Gabbard, who's hoping no one notices what a freak she is.
He's essentially pimping out our men and women in uniform to a foreign power who's the highest bidder and saying very blatantly and very directly, well, hey, look, they're paying us for them. He is unfit to be our commander-in-chief, and what he is doing is dishonoring the service and the sacrifice that every single one of these service members is doing for our country, and the service and sacrifice that their loved ones and their family members go through.
Now, Hegseth is a nightmare for Trump and the rest of the country. And while the volume of accusations, sexual assaults, payoffs, and letters from mom pile up, everyone wonders if and when Fat Donnie will pull the plug. So let's recap.
I'd like to welcome the fake news.
A woman told police she was sexually assaulted in 2017 by Pete Hegseth after he took her phone, blocked the door to a California hotel room, and refused to let her leave. Now, news of the attack surfaced when police released a brief statement confirming the woman had been attacked. This happened while he was speaking at a Republican women's event in Monterey, California. The woman who reported the assault had bruises on her right thigh and arms. Police recommended the case be forwarded to the district attorney's office, but the office declined to file charges because they didn't have proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Hegseth later paid her off not to talk, which of course is what all innocent people do.
Hey, Mr. Trump, all you have to do to prove I'm lying right now, drop your pants. Prove that I'm lying. Prove I didn't see your dick.
All right, if you want to follow this next part, you might need a scorecard. At the time of the assault in 2017, Hegseth was going through a divorce with his second wife, with whom he had 3 children. She filed for divorce after he had a child with a Fox News producer who is now his 3rd wife. Oh yeah, the first wife divorced him for infidelity in 2009. But Fox News says that all it proves is Pete likes women. Lots of them, even if they don't like him.
And I love women more than I love anything.
But of course, Pete's family is behind him 100%. Well, maybe not 100%. Okay, maybe they know what a creep he really is.
Tonight, growing controversy surrounding Donald Trump's pick to lead the Defense Department. Pete Hegseth accused of routinely mistreating women for years by his own mother. In a 2018 email to her son obtained by the New York Times, Penelope Hegseth wrote, "On behalf of all the women, and I know it's many, you have abused in some way, I say get some help and take an honest look at yourself."
Yeah, mom knows that Hegseth is an effing shit show, and Trump wants this guy in charge of the largest and most important agency we have. But wait, there's more.
The New Yorker is today reporting this, quote, "A trail of documents corroborated by the accounts of former colleagues indicates that Hegseth was forced to step down by both of the 2 nonprofit advocacy groups that he ran, Veterans for Freedom and Concerned Veterans for America, in the face of serious allegations of financial mismanagement, sexual impropriety, and personal misconduct. Among those documents, a whistleblower report compiled by multiple employees of the conservative Koch brothers-funded Concerned Veterans for America in February of 2015 and sent to the group. It says that when Hegseth was the president of the CVA, he was, quote, repeatedly intoxicated while acting in his official capacity, to the point of needing to be carried out of the organization's events. The detailed 7-page report states that at one point, Hegseth had to be restrained while drunk from joining the dancers on the stage of a Louisiana strip club where he had brought his team. The report also says that Hegseth, who was married at the time, and other members of his management team sexually pursued the organization's female staffers, whom they divided into 2 groups, the, quote, party girls and the, quote, not party girl.
Look, this isn't brain surgery. Republicans impeached Clinton for having sex with an intern and lying about it, and even though I voted for him twice, he's a dirtbag and deserved to have been removed. But Clinton makes Trump look like Mother Teresa.
I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not.
Anyone who will F over the mother of their children, well, what do you think they'll do to you? And that's a skinny with all these humps. The entire MAGA movement is about kicking women aside, and by that I mean assault, rape, or beat any woman who stands up for herself and refuses to kowtow to these weak little incels.
We control your bodies. It's your body, my choice.
And it's not like the military doesn't already have a problem with the way they treat women.
I'm straight up just saying we should not have women in combat.
There are millions of women who have served in the U.S. military, as you know, as someone who has not only served, but you're also someone whose helicopter was hit by an RPG, you lost your legs and partial use of your right arm because of it. What did go through your mind as a woman who has served when you heard him saying that women should not be in combat roles?
Well, he's shown that his absolute lack of experience and his lack of suitability for the job, because anybody that truly knows the military knows that we cannot go to war without over 225,000 women who are serving on active duty right now. Our military cannot go to war without our female service members.
Yeah, Tammy Duckworth is a badass vet, as well as the millions of women in Israel who could f*** up Fat Donnie without breaking a sweat, and probably Petey here as well. But what's happening here is twofold. First, Trump has allowed the Steve Bannons and Kash Patels, two out-of-shape humps who couldn't punch their way out of a Chuck E. Cheese fistfight, to lead the cabinet selections and choose arguably the most pathetic collection of cock-waffling incels since Jared got his period. And everyone knows it.
Trump is a sexual predator.
Now, that's one of the women who turned her back on the other women for a paycheck, allowing them to be abused by the likes of Trump, Gates, and Hegseth. Megyn Kelly victim shames the woman and has nothing to say about her bruises, and Hegseth paying her off. Oh, and I forgot to mention Petey's pathetic excuse for paying the woman off. He says the accusation would have hurt his job at Fox. Really? I don't know. The way men think there, it might have gotten him a raise.
She's going to get paralyzed in the Situation Room while the generals have their way with her. Right now...
Jesse.
What will Trump do if he gets his way and these men have access to power in these important positions? Well, Kash Patel has already said what he'll do.
I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopening the next day as a museum of the deep state. And I'd take the 7,000 employees that work in that building and send them across America to chase down criminals. Go be cops.
We're going to come after the people in the media who lied about American citizens, who helped Joe Biden rig presidential elections. We're going to come after you. Whether it's criminally or civilly, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we're putting you all on notice.
Which, of course, then begs the question, are there 4 Republican senators who have the backbone to stand up for the women of America, and, of course, the 6 conservatives on the Supreme Court? Where is this headed? Maybe we should call it America's least wanted.
Damn right.
I'm as mad as hell.
This is not a normal election.
Whether the women like it or not.
Suck my fat one. This isn't their Republican Party anymore.
Trust me.
Shut the fuck up, Dan.
Who's with me? Oh, yeah, the lie.
Indictable.
Out of sheer morbid curiosity, I'm allowing this freak show to continue.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes!
Tick-tock!
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.